New Tool Day Tuesday, where I share with you unique or useful tools that I myself use that I think you might be interested in. Today, we're going to be taking a look at another product by Deerfo. They did send this to me, and I did ask for it because I wanted to share it with you guys. Laser levels in the past used to be extremely expensive. However, the cost has come down quite a bit. If you're not familiar with what a laser level is, you're going to want to watch this video because they're really cool and very useful. And in case you haven't figured it out by now, it is a laser level. What's in the box is a really nice case, as you saw earlier, the instruction manual, a target plate, a USB-C charging cable, the battery that also charges by USB-C, a remote control, a mount that has some pretty cool features, and the laser level itself. The battery is relatively compact. It does charge by USB-C, and it does have a power meter. With the press of a button, you can tell how charged the battery is. The remote control is relatively small as well. It'll fit into your pocket, and what it does let you control is the lasers. See, this has multiple lasers on the unit. The remote allows you to turn them on or off or walk through the different lasers that it has. And the target plate has a little easel stand if you want to use it like that. It also has a magnet on top so you can stick it to something. I've actually taped these to sticks before and shot a poor man's grade. Whoever designed the mounts put a little bit of thought into it. There's a lot of hidden features in here that are nice. First of all, it has a couple different mounting styles on the bottom, but it also has a 1/4-20 mounts. If you don't know, a 1/4-20 thread is a common thread that is used in camera accessories, so you could put this on a tripod without any problems. Now, right off the bat, I can tell this material is some type of fiber-reinforced material. It feels really good, but you can definitely tell it's not a cheap plastic. And there are two knobs on each side of the mount. One is a locking knob because this can be finely adjusted, and that locking knob locks it into place. So if you have it adjusted properly and you want to lock it into place, you turn this knob a 1/4 of a turn and it will not move. Keeping it unlocked allows you to use the adjustment knob, and the adjustment knob is very fine. As you turn it, it raises and lowers it. That way when you're trying to adjust that laser, you can get it into the perfect position. Once you have everything mounted and screwed into the bracket, well, you're ready to put this on a tripod or mount it anywhere you'd like. And one other thing I forgot to mention is the back of the bracket also has these very strong neodymium magnets. These will allow you to stick it to a metal object if you're trying to maybe suspend it from an I-beam, or maybe stick it to the side of a metal wall, or maybe even your refrigerator. This will definitely allow you to do that. And if you don't have a tripod and you don't have any way to stick it to something metal, there's even a screw hole so you can hang it from a screw if you need to do that. The device itself is relatively compact considering all of the lasers that are built into this, because there's a laser on the top, a laser on the front, a laser on the bottom, and a laser on the backside. All of this is automatically leveling. You don't have to level it, you just have to get it close, and it'll make sure that they are very level for you to work with. There are a couple of touch buttons across the top that allows you to adjust the vertical laser and the horizontal laser. And then there's an on-off and a locking mechanism on the side. Now, these lasers work by gravity. That's how they level out. And when you put it in the lock position, it mechanically locks all the lasers down and keeps them safe for transportation. The battery itself just slips into the backside and you're ready to use it. So the question in everybody's mind is, how well does it work? I have it mounted on a light stand up in my workshop. We're just going to turn the power on, and as you can see, there's a perfect line that is completely around the room. Now, there are more options in that single laser. If we press the H button on the top of the level, it'll give us another laser, but this time it's a little bit lower. And if you press it again, it's going to turn both of those lasers on, and you're going to see you have two lasers all the way around the room. Pressing it again will turn off the horizontal lasers altogether. And I'm going to press the V, and that'll turn on a vertical laser. And you can see what this vertical laser is doing. It is shooting a very level vertical laser all the way around the room. Pressing vertical again turns on yet one more laser level, but this time it's located on the side of the unit. So you can see here it's shooting that laser all the way around the room again. And then pressing it one more time will turn on both of the vertical lasers. So you can see we should actually have a cross on the top that is directly above the unit. Both of those are on at the same time. And this particular view will show you how that works. Basically, if you had a room set up where you wanted to get these types of lines on your walls, you could certainly do so. Now, it's important to note that the vertical lasers and the horizontal lasers all work independently, so you could turn them all on at the same time if you would like. So let's go ahead and press the horizontal laser, which will turn the first laser on. So if you remember right, that is the one that goes around horizontally around the room. We're going to press it again, and that turns on the lower laser level, but pressing it a third time turns on all four. Both of the horizontal lasers are turned on. They're running all around the room. And the vertical lasers are also turned on. And just to show you how this adjustment works, we're going to unlock it. And as you can see, if we turn this knob, we can move it up and down. It's very smooth, by the way. You're going to adjust it where you need it to be, and then you can go ahead and lock it in place. It won't move again after you do that. Now, when you're ready to turn off the laser level, the switch here on the side does two things. It turns it off, but it also locks all of the auto leveling features of the lasers in place so that you can pack it away, and it protects itself when you move this switch so that if you shake it around or accidentally bump it, it's not going to get damaged. So what are my final thoughts of the laser? I really like it. I love the fact that there are so many lasers built into this leveler. You have so many options. You can go vertically, horizontal. You can even set up a couple of horizontal lines if you wanted to. I love the fact that it comes with an adjustable mount. It can be magnetically held in place, or you can put it on a tripod like I did. The remote control feature is nice, and I kind of like the fact that the battery is just a USB-C rechargeable battery. You don't really need a separate charger to charge it. Just anything that can push power through a USB-C cord is pretty much going to take care of it. I think if you're doing any kind of construction, or if you're hanging picture frames, or you're doing anything that you really need to know if something is level, well, it's quick and easy to set up. I think it's a good tool to have in everybody's shop. If you like these types of videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Take a look at some of my other videos. At the very least, you might be entertained.